Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Our humble Sashtang pranams at the holy lotus feet of Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj of Yoga Research Foundation, Miami, Florida. Pujya Param Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj of Divine Life Society, Rishikesh, India. The world teacher, Jagat Guru, Pujya Shri Adi Shankaracharya Ji. Our humble Sashtang pranams and humble pranams to all saints and sages of the entire world, no matter where you are, and to all who are out there in the universe somewhere but not in physical embodiment. We bow down to the effulgence of your light. All our ancient Rishi Munis, thank you for all the scriptures. We are indebted. In the human embodiment, we are indebted to you, all Rishi Munis, for providing us these scriptures, this knowledge, and that has been passed on through the entire lineage. May your blessings be upon each one of us. May all obstacles be removed, and may we be successful in walking on the path towards liberation and be liberated. It cannot happen without your blessings. Only your blessings will help us tread on the path to reach God and become one with that Brahman. Blessed Self, adorations, heartfelt divine love light, deep devotion blessings. May you all have that divine energy, deep devotion, effulgence of light, unconditional love, and be prosperous, be successful. Vijaya Bhava, may you win, may you have victory of virtues over vices. May we all walk together on this path and be blessed eternally. May there be prosperity of material wealth and spiritual wealth. Material wealth only enough to be able to sustain our lives and also be able to help others. May there be no ego, and may there be no hoarding. May we have compassion to be able to share with those who are suffering from hunger, from homelessness, who do not have enough medication, who do not have clothing on their body, enough of that to keep themselves warm during winter. O Lord, shower your blessings so each one can have enough to be able to share also. And we pray for all those who are suffering in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, through physical body, through astral body, mind, senses, intellect, ego. May all that be subsided. May you take those negative energies away and bring in positivity, humbleness, and give us that intuitive knowledge. Bless us with that intuitive knowledge so we can apply in our lives. So today is day 15 of our Satsanga on Mantra Shiromani, the Crest Jewels of Mantra by Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Shri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj. And we are on the last portion of the mantra, Mrityunjaya mantra. So yesterday was day 14 and we talked in detail about Pushti Vardhanam and Urva Ruka Miva. Urva Ruka Miva. So Pushti is nourishment and Vardhanam is increaser. So Lord Shiva is the one, is the divine self, is he who increases nourishment as well as fragrance. Sugandhim. Sugandhim was the other day. So Pushti Vardhanam. So blesses us with fragrance, nourishes us with fragrance, and increases that nourishment and fragrance. It's nourished by Shraddha, which is faith, Virya, spiritual strength, Smriti, mystic recall of one's essential nature, and Samadhi, which means super consciousness. And it is rooted in Pragya, the state of enlightenment. Such nourishment is the result of total integration of personality in an aspirant following the path of integral yoga. So it not only provides, but it increases, it nourishes, increases the nourishment with all these divine qualities. And our personality is nourished in such a way that results in total integration of personality. And Urvaruka Miva Bandhanan. Today we will talk about Bandhanan. So it's the individual jiva, the soul, compared to the fruit on the kripa. While it's still green, it is harder to detach it from the vine or from the branch. When it is ripe, it becomes very easy. It falls off itself even when it is totally ripe. So when that fruit mellows with sweetness, it becomes spiritually ripe and detaches from the entangling world process, never to return to it again. So once it's out, it's out. So you never return to the same body when the soul leaves the body in maturity. It may assume another embodiment if it does not get enlightened or liberated, but not into the same embodiment. So same way the fruit falls off, it never gets back to the same branch. And another main factor here or reason is that may we all, overall the mantra means, may we all leave this body when we are fully ripe with spiritual progress, with spirituality, and we are ripe to leave this embodiment. So, may there be no immature death. May there be timely death, means when the soul is fully nourished. Or untimely death means when there could be an accident and it could happen due to carelessness or some other ailments, not due to natural death. That freedom from the bondage of ignorance is the great climax of spiritual movement and self-realization. So today, day 15, Bandhanan Mrityur Mokshya. Mrityu Mokshya. Many people are scared to hear the word Mrityur. I've heard from so many, they don't like this mantra because of the word Mrityur in this mantra, and they relate as soon as they utter that word Mrityur, their mind goes to death. So there is still so many who fear from death, and we should not have fear of death. Abhinavish Klesh. So do not fear. Once you have done enough to nourish your soul, why should we have fear? If you have done enough, it's going to be very joyful. There won't be pain, there won't be suffering. And some of you might think that I'm always talking about death, the end of life. Well, we all have to understand that if we are born, we have to die. This life is temporary. When time comes, when a woman, a mother conceives, she carries the baby for 9 months. As a human being, I'm talking about. She carries the baby in her tummy for 9 months. And before birthing, she would learn so many arts. Like families tell her, doctors tell the mother to be, how to handle the birthing. So our parents get together and the mother bears the child, and then the parents, mother and father, they together bring in a soul, and the mother develops that embodiment, that body, and then they bring a soul into the world, the embodied soul. So that birthing, there's so much preparation because the mother knows the date around which the baby will arrive. And then the baby knows nothing, even though it knows so much already in there from the past births, past lives collected at that time. But the baby can't speak until after almost a year. Or, yeah, oh. But no one would understand. The baby would do actions, may cry, may laugh, and that's how we say, okay, baby is hungry, or baby is hurting, or baby is joyful. So all those things happen. And slowly, somebody, of course, the mom and the families and the babysitter, they take care of the baby because the baby cannot do anything for itself. So feeding, bathing, clothing, everything is done by someone. Dependent. The baby is so dependent. So same way, after so many years, the life cycle brings an elderly back into the stages like a baby. Not all of them, but some really reach to that level of stage where they need help from others. So who serves them? Maybe the children, if they are available, or if they have children, or family members, someone who takes care of them, someone is paid to take care of them. So it really happens at that level towards the end stage, sometimes for some people. But some, they just leave the body, the soul leaves the body while still walking, talking, and happy and healthy. The body is still very healthy, they are able to do things for themselves. But so many are still scared because there is no preparation. So what we are doing now is we are preparing ourselves for those last moments so that we are happy, healthy, and there is no regrets at that time. The soul is fully nourished. There is no pain. There is no pain about leaving the world. Whereas if the soul is not ready, then only things may be torn apart. But you are now, like the mother prepares for birthing, we are preparing now for that final day. How it will happen, when it will happen, we don't know. Whereas the mother knows when the baby will come. We don't know, therefore we have to be ready always. So it's like always be ready. So that is the reason we keep chanting mantras, follow integral yoga, unconditional love, selfless service, keep your body healthy through pranayam, through some hatha yoga, some exercise, and also eat well, nourish your body and nourish your soul also. So that is why we are preparing. That is why we talk about that. Some people don't even want to hear the word death. They say, shup, 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 shup. Talk about gracious things, joyous things. They feel death, talking about death is painful. But no, we should be prepared. And we should learn the art. And have no regrets later. And never be scared of death. So, bandhanan mrityor mukshya. These words imply liberate us from the bondage of death. So, this death and birth cycle, the soul assumes new embodiment over and over and over. Once you take birth of a human being, we should never go downward spiral. Do enough good things so we can elevate ourselves, either come back in another better human embodiment, or be liberated within this very life. So this mantra, when we chant these words, bandhanan mrityor mokshya, bandhanan means bondage from life and death cycle. Liberate us from the bondage of death. The death here means the cycle of repeated birth and death through reincarnation. And this is the symbol of darkness that hampers the ultimate unfolding of the spirit. Avidya, which is ignorance of one's true identity, is the source of death. That means overall coming back, cycle of birth and death. So egoism, attachment to worldly entanglements, selfishness, etc. All these negativities are the meshes of death. Death, birth, over and over, just like the whirlpool. The entire world process is a widespread snare of death. This is what continues to happen because very few get liberated. But many, they go to heaven, but they come back in another embodiment. If done good enough, possibly, definitely in human embodiment at a higher level. The entire world process is a widespread snare of death. Life is a ceaseless battle against death. Spiritual life leads to victory, the attainment of immortality. So, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga with Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga. Pranayam and all those practices. That means breathing techniques. I have mentioned quite a few times that when you chant like at least 11 times, 21 times, not fast, om, not only that way, but in a meditative way, you sit down. That is already a pranayam. So form a habit, even if you do 3 times. In our satsanga, we already do 3 times, but we're not doing long enough. The reason I don't do long enough in satsanga is because we have short of time. I don't want to have a long satsang where some of you might get bored about it and not have enough time to spend to listen to that. So spend your own time doing that. So life is a ceaseless battle against death. Spiritual life leads to victory, the attainment of immortality. Liberation and immortality means the same thing. Asato ma sadagamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityur ma amritam gamaya. So, release me from the bondage of birth and death, O Lord, when we chant these mantras. And ma amritat. Remember, I said the last, it has to be a little bit break in between. So, Ma Amritat. Ma Amritat implies lead me to immortality. Amar, everlasting. That's what Amar means, everlasting. So Amritat, may I no longer be separated from the immortal abode of the self, that Brahman. May I become one with the Brahman. May I be liberated from this birth and death cycle. A common fruit falls down and perishes, but not the fruit of the soul that grows from the kripa of the world process. Having been liberated, it enters into bliss. It enters into the Supreme Self, even as a river enters into the ocean. The soul acquires perfection by transcending the mind, the intellect, and the senses. It is established in its essential nature of Sat, Chit, Ananda, existence, knowledge, bliss absolute. So existence, the truth existence, the true existence. So when this body dies, it merges back into its 5 elements: the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether. So all these 5 elements merge back into where it came from, and the soul is supposed to merge back into where it came from. And it came from Brahman, it has to go back and merge into Brahman. But in between, there is a lot to do to nourish the soul. Only then it will merge back into Brahman. If not nourished enough, then it assumes another embodiment. That's what happens. Thus, this short but powerful Mrityunjaya mantra is a most exquisite flower in the garden of the Vedas. So in the garden of the Vedas, this is the most exquisite flower. And we all want to pluck that. It bestows upon its devotees the enjoyments of the world as well as liberation. It fulfills human desires and aspirations, awakens love for the Supreme, backs the soul with excellent virtues, and liberates it from the wheel of birth and death. मरना जीना का चक्र जो है, it pulls you out of that chakra of the whirlpool of birth and death. So this beautiful mantra is not only about extending the life, but it's also about nourishing us, removing the negativities, and also providing us with worldly materials and spiritual wealth, worldly wealth and spiritual wealth. Awakens deep love of the Supreme, fulfills the human desires and aspirations, awakens love for the Supreme, decks the soul with excellent virtues, and liberates it from the wheel of birth and death. It cannot be any more beautiful. It's full. It's a prayer So that is why when you chant this mantra, chant it in a prayerful way so that each word applies and nourish your physical, astral and causal body, whereas also fully nourishes your soul. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Divine love, light, healing, bliss, prosperity to each one of you. May you all be healed, and I will chant one more time the two mantras, and this is also for everyone else, for all beings in the entire world, no matter what they are going through. May this mantra heal them and give them more joy, excellent health, peace and prosperity. Prosperity in every way, in every positive way, and spiritual wealth also. Om Hom Jum Saha Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Swaha Bhuvaha Bhuh Om Saha Jum Hom Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Sarvesham Swastirabhavatu Sarvesham Shantirabhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Divine blessings, divine love, light, peace, bliss to each one of you and your near and dear ones. This is Swami Lalita Priyananda, Sacramento, California. Harihi Om Tat Sat.